You know, what started off as just a bit of fun with the boys just snowballed into this like hardcore addiction, you know what I mean? Like it was all fun and games at the start, and then as the years passed on, things just started to get super, super dark. You know, it got to a point where I started to create demons while I was getting on the coke all the time, sucking back meth as well. Like whatever I could get my hands on, the prescription drugs, like they're just as bad as...
Fucking oath, man.
Just as bad, if not fucking worse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the doctors were ready to give it to me. So I'd be creating these demons. I'd be getting myself into trouble with the law, or the relationships were getting toxic. I was having dramas with my family. I was fucking physically unwell, emotionally unwell, mentally unwell, and just spiritually just fucked. Because I was birthing these demons while on the drugs, obviously coming out of it, come down like I fucked up. And I was blaming everyone else. I would never hold myself accountable. So because I felt like shit, the next thing to bury those demons, numb them out, was to take more drugs.
Yep.
It's like those demons, like on the drugs, are having like a fucking massive orgy and just birthing more demons. Like it was just accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. One night, it was about 5 years ago now, at the tail end of this 10-year journey on drugs, I had all of these drugs lined up. I had like a straight bottle of Bundy rum, Xanax, Valium, Targin, and like an ounce of rack. I was just fucking going hard on it, humping it, you know, just throwing the shit down my nose, you know, drinking hard. And then it got to a point, like I knew what I was doing. I knew where I was going with this. I just wanted to, like I was scared to die, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100% scared to die, but I wanted to get to a point where I could just like sort of lapse into like this sleep and then just not come back.
Yeah, right.
I did. I just dropped all these Xannies and the Valleys and laid down next to my mum and dad's sausage dog because I was at my mum and dad's. And yeah, that's the last thing I remember. I fell asleep next to my mum and dad's sausage dog, and I woke up in the hospital with a tube down my throat. But in between that point, like I was still fucking experiencing, I went somewhere else.
Yeah, right.
And that's what made me...
Like a spiritual visual type.
Like what they call, I guess, a death experience.
Yeah.
That's what sort of changed my life, like bringing that back. It's made me realise that death isn't the end. Like there's something else once, you know, we leave.
Yeah, brother. Oh, man, look at this.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I know, brother.
Like the body's so important, you know what I mean? But people think that they're their body, they're their name, they're their past, you know, they're their age, like all of this shit. But it's...
But the thing is, we just don't know.
No.
Do you know what I mean? We just don't know. I'm just like you, brother. I know there's something else. Like DMT, it really, really changed my life, man, for the better. You just seen that, man, when you was like full on, I know.
Ayahuasca is a psychoactive psychedelic, comes from plant. This plant medicine opens you up to, I guess, the spirit world. It taps into something, something real intelligent, man. It's fucking crazy. About an hour after you drink the ayahuasca, you start just going into the world, but you've got to be able to let go and surrender to it for it to work.
Take its full effect sort of thing.
To take its full effects, There's so many things that you go through, but one of the experiences I had, I was just sitting there and everything, you know, it was just a mad light show, all these neon lights, you know, coming at me. But anyway, this old ancient Indian woman, just the head of her, floated down to my face and she said, "I'm going to heal you from the inside, and I'm going to breathe into you. We're going to breathe into each other, and I'm going to heal you from the inside." Anyway, as she started to like put her mouth on my mouth, and we were just gone. Right. She said, "The reason you are going through all of your dramas in this life is because you cannot forgive yourself. Until you forgive your younger self, everything that you've done, every thought you've had, every thought you've turned to action, all of the outcomes, all of the karma, you can't move forward. You can't truly be present in life. This is the only way for you to be truly present and for you to heal or transform."
Yep.
Like at the end of the day, they're just fucking words, but the way that she it was reinforced into my whole being, I was just like, you know, they call it a light bulb moment, an aha moment.
Yeah, yep.
I was just fucking in tears. I was like,
I gotcha.
I've got it.
Yep.
Like, I've really got it. Like, people think you got to go take a pill, like a magic pill, like what they call it, a silver fucking bullet or whatever.
Yep.
Nah, man.
Yep.
Nah.
Wow, bro.
These, like...
Hey, the old goosebumps are back. Guys, episode 2 of the Tonksy Media Podcast, season 2. I just want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors that have jumped on board this season. We have iFall Drive Club, the Goods Clothing Co., Wolf's Painting and Inside Out Coaching. Today's guest, super excited. I've followed this guy for some time now, and very intriguing his content. Most of you guys will know him. I'll let him introduce himself. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How you going?
Good, brother.
My given name is Corey, but most know me as Soul33. Soul33 is just my social media alias. Obviously, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's just a part of that ego, you know?
Yeah, now you guys that don't know him, I suggest jump over and check him out. His content's fucking unreal. I come across one of his videos actually at possibly the worst time of my life, and I've followed him ever since, and it's just, go and check it out for yourself. Anyway, I'll just to start us off, bro, I'm going to read out a bit of a quote off your website. I've only just come across this, and it sort of pulled me straight in, so I thought it'd be great to sort of share this. Sort of put your life story in a nutshell, you know?
Yeah, it does. I actually just touched this up the other night. Like, it's been sitting, I created it a couple of years ago, and I just was looking over it, and it just seemed a bit sort of bland.
Yeah, okay.
So I put a bit more juice into it, you know?
Yeah, right. Well, it goes like this anyway. I'm not here to sugarcoat my story, because this journey isn't about comfort. It's about truth. My history is my resume, forged through years of walking through hell, over a decade of drug addiction, nights spent battling crippled mental health struggles, and multiple attempts to end it all. I've been to places where the darkness swallowed every shred of hope. I spent thousands numbing myself, throwing money and my soul into the void, trying to escape a life I no longer recognised. My self-worth completely shattered. I was drowning in pain, believing there was no way out, but I was wrong. I made it out of that darkness. And if you're reading this, I want you to know that you can too. I'm living proof. Living proof. No matter how far you've fallen, no matter how deep your pain runs, there is always forward. There is a way out. You have the strength, even if you can't feel it right now. I'm here to remind you, the light still exists, even in the darkest places. Right, bro. That's deep, brother. Yeah. So I suppose we'll start off back from your childhood, bro, if you don't mind giving us a bit of spiel on sort of where you come from, you know, and you bit on your upbringing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Look, I had an amazing childhood. Hey, I had heaps of love from mum and dad. There was never any drug use in the house. Mum and dad, straighty 180s. You know, dad loved his piss. He still loves his piss.
Yep.
He's a footy boy, an old footy boy. But yeah, the home environment was magic, mate. Like that environment at home was clean as. I guess it was the other environments that I involved myself with outside of the home environment where, you know, you can get caught up in trouble and, you know, steered off in the wrong direction. And those environments outside of the home environment, that's out of your parents' control, you know what I mean? They got no control over that.
Yeah, 100%, that's right.
Who you're hanging with, you know, at school or outside of school, all that sort of shit. So, I can't be that person that can say, you know, it's because of my parents, like they were druggos and shit like that. Because, there was just a house filled with love.
Yeah, right. You the only child, or you got siblings, or?
I got two sisters. We're all 5 years apart.
Righto.
My sister Brooke, she's 30.
Yep.
And I've got Tara, she's 25.
Rightio.
Yeah, they've all got kids of their own. So.
Yep. And so, what, you're eldest?
I'm the oldest, yeah.
Yeah.
The black sheep.
I'm hearing
There's got to be one.
I am too, bro. I'm not so much the black sheep. I'm the eldest, but eldest of 4, and us 3 eldest ones went off the fucking rails. So
my sisters are pretty loose, but they can drink piss, like, you know, they can drink me under the table now.
Yeah, righto.
For sure, but
Yep. What whereabouts was you brought up? Like what area?
I was born in Brisbane.
Okay, yep.
Played a suburb called Carina.
Yeah, okay.
Played for East Carina Tigers up until, I think, under 14s, maybe under 13s.
Yep.
And then the family decided to move down to a place called Fingal Head.
Okay.
So I could pursue surfing. Ended up getting me enrolled at PBC.
Yep.
And I spent maybe a year there. I think the principal called the old boy one day and he's like, is your son ever coming back to school? Because I was just taking days off going surfing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right, yeah.
I was never there, so.
Whereabouts is that? Still in Queensland, is that? Or
Palm Beach, Currumbin.
oh, yeah, right, yeah, down that way, yeah.
But yeah, Fingal Head is just over the border in northern New South Wales.
Rightio, yeah, sort of near Tweedy, sort of, is it? Yep,
Yeah, that's where I started to, started to get into the drugs, experiment. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's only one way in and one way out of Fingal, so
rightio.
Us boys just used to run a fucking muck there.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, right. What sort of age did you start to get into that?
Probably 14. Started getting into. I think the first drug I had was at Old School Speed, the GAC.
Oh, brother,
Gacky shit, so good.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Fuck
so
me,
good.
dead, man.
Yeah.
That was like I'm from Tassie originally, you see, and Tassie's always seems to be the last place to get these drugs. Like ice, for example. That was my addiction for a lot of years, and ice didn't. I was 23 before that hit Tassie, and then I fucking went downhill from there, So but the old school GAC, hey?
Yeah, that was
Whipper.
Whipper. just the key in it, just boom straight on the tongue. You know what I mean? And it was gold. Like fucking made you feel good, kept you up for
100%.
ages, good to party on.
It was, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my introduction. They say weed's a gateway drug. I was straight into her. You know what I mean? Weed wasn't a gateway drug. I couldn't even. Weed used to fuck me up. Like, it used to freak me out, mate. Like I'd trip out on it hard.
Yeah,
like
same, bro. I'm the same. Yeah. I still do today. Like I still have a bit of a chuff, But same. I'll have a fucking cone, bro. I won't leave the house. No way. I'll sit here by myself, or with the missus. It's like definitely not a social thing for me. It's
But like the weed now, like I was just telling you before, like I'll have a chuff, but the intentions behind smoking with whatever it is purely to go within and meditate.
Yeah.
And, just nut some things out. It's like a spiritual excursion, a consciousness exploration.
Yeah.
So that's the intention. It's not to party on.
Yep.
And it's something that I'm in control of. It's not in control of me.
Yep.
It's a rare occasion where I go and do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, right. So I suppose I really want to dig in, brother, and hear the depths of your struggles, before we sort of get into the good side of things, Obviously, we want to hear the bad before the good. Can you give us a bit of a go on just exactly how bad and where you ended up?
Yeah, so, what started off as just a bit of fun, to party on with the boys, just snowballed into this like hardcore addiction, you know what I mean? Like it was all fun and games at the start, and then as the years passed on, things just started to get super, super dark. Probably the best way I can explain it is, it got to a point where I started to create demons while I was, getting on the coke all the time, sucking back meth as well. Like whatever I could get my hands on, the prescription drugs, like they're just as bad as
fucking oath, man.
Just as bad, if not fucking worse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the doctors were ready to give it to me. So I'd be creating these demons. So what I mean by that is I'd be getting myself into trouble with the law, or, the relationships were getting toxic. I was having dramas with my family. I was fucking physically unwell, emotionally unwell, mentally unwell, and spiritually just fucked, you know what I mean? I was fully tapped. And because I was birthing these demons while on the drugs, it like obviously, coming out of it, that come down, like I fucked up. Like I was blaming everyone else besides me.
Yeah, you do though. Hey, I know the feeling. Yeah.
Like I would never hold myself accountable. So because I felt like shit with all of the drama I was causing my family, myself, relationships, the next thing to bury those demons or forget about those demons, numb them out, block them out, was to take more drugs.
Yep.
And it's like those demons, like on the drugs, are having like a fucking massive orgy and just birthing more demons. Like it was just accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. And it was just a vicious fucking cycle, like more drugs to numb all those demons again. And then more demons are being birthed and then fucking taking more drugs. And it was just fucking out of control. Like the trouble I was getting with with the law, getting locked up in mental health wards, going into psychosis. You know
Oh yeah.
what that'd be like if
Fucking
you've
oath
been
I do, brother.
That pipe, man, that devil's dick is fucking.
Yeah, mate. I unfortunately went the next step too. I started using IV use, and like that's a whole nother level. It's like a whole nother drug, man. Yeah, so mate, I know all about
What do
psychosis.
they call that? The pick?
Whatever, the pick, the needle, whatever. Fucking, but it's definitely a demon in its own. It's fucking horrific, brother.
Yeah, but it got to the point, bro, where it got so dark, like these voices in my...
Mic a bit closer, bro. Yeah.
It got so dark that the voices in my head, those demons, just telling me how fucking pathetic I was, how much I was fucking up. No one loved me anymore. I didn't even love myself. You know what I mean? Like I felt pathetic, and I just wanted to fucking take myself out.
Yep.
And I did multiple times, but I'll tell you about the time, that I actually died in the back of the ambulance.
Yeah, go for it. You speak everything, bro. I'm keen as to hear it all.
So it was one night, it was about 5 years ago now, at the tail end of this 10-year journey on drugs, just fucking dark. I had all of these drugs lined up just in front of me. I had like the alcohol, like a straight bottle of Bundy rum from memory.
Yep.
A Xanax, Valium, Targin, and like an ounce of rack. I was selling coke to keep up with my habit, you know what I mean? And at this point, like it was dark. What fed the darkness more so was I created a multi-million-dollar construction company, and I was contracting to mobs like CPB, Fulton Hogan, Seymour White, all roads, and on the Cross River Rail. And I'm not the first one to get fucked over by these cunts.
Yep.
They started penny pinching off me for about a year and a half, and by the end of that year and a half, they were just cutting me invoices in half. Fuck. I just couldn't keep up with cash flow. I had like 20, 25 guys on the books at that point, and they were like family to me. I just want, I had their back. I thought I could have their back, and it got to a point where I had to liquidate. I just become insolvent. So, lucky my old boy was there to help me out through that liquidation process, but. That was just one thing that added to this, me being in that fucking dark point. Like I felt like a failure, full on failure after that point. And, that night where I had everything lined up, I was just fucking going hard on it, like just pumping it, just throwing the shit down my nose, drinking hard. And then it got to a point, like I knew what I was doing. I knew where I was going with this. I just wanted to... Like I was scared to die, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100% scared to die, but I wanted to get to a point where I could just like sort of lapse into like this sleep and then just not come back.
Yeah, right.
And I did. I just dropped all these Xannies and the Valleys and laid down next to my mum and dad's sausage dog because I was at my mum and dad's. I don't know. I can't remember where they were.
Yep.
And that's the last thing I remember. I fell asleep next to my mum and dad's sausage dog, and I woke up in the hospital with a tube down my throat. But in between that point, like I was still fucking experiencing some experience, you know what I mean? Like I went somewhere else.
Yeah, right.
And that's what made me...
Like a spiritual visual
type.
Yeah,
like what they call, I guess, a death experience.
Yeah.
And that's what sort of changed my life. Like bringing that back, it's made me realise that death isn't the end. Like there's something else once, we leave. This is just a fucking sack of meat.
Yeah, brother. Oh, man, look at this.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I know, brother.
Like the body's so important, you know what I mean? But people think that they're their body, they're their name, they're their past, they're their age, like all of this shit. But it's...
The thing is, we just don't know.
No.
Do you know what I mean? We just don't know. I'm just like you, brother. I know there's something else, brother. Like DMT, it really, really changed my life, man, for the better, you know? It's like you just seen that, man, when you was like full on. I know, yeah,
it's fucking crazy, man. Like my cousin found me that night. She's the one that called the ambos. Like ambulance officer brought me back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently I shit myself. Like apparently you shit yourself. Everything lets go when you die. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But thanks to those ambulance officers, man, because like I am so grateful to still be alive.
Yeah, well, look what you've turned into, brother.
Yeah.
You know,
and I'm grateful that I went through it. You know what I mean? I don't regret anything. I don't regret the 10 years on the drugs. I don't regret trying to check out. Don't try and check out. It's not bloody worth it. You know what I mean?
100%.
You know, that's one thing you can't come back from.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
that's
right.
one mistake
Yeah.
you can't relive to try and rectify. You know.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And so you mentioned this was at the arse end of the 10 years, was it? Like,
Yeah, at the
yeah.
arse end of the 10 years, and you know, things that unfolded from there just became, you know, started to snowball into something better. Like things started to change for me.
Was it something in particular that made you change, or was it just a scare? Was it from what had just happened, or?
I'll tell you one thing that really hit home for me. After this, obviously, I got locked up in the mental health ward. I got put under the Mental Health Act.
Yep.
And at that time, like, I fucking hate the system, man. Like,
Yeah.
the society of systems, I think it's bullshit. But that was the best thing for me, getting put under that. Even though I was, like, screaming, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, being held against my will. I hated that.
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yep.
I needed to get held against my will so I didn't hurt myself or hurt anyone else.
Yep.
But while I was in the mental health ward, the doctor had prescribed me Lexapro, which is an antidepressant, and the anti-anxiety medication was like the Valium and the Xannies.
Yeah, right.
The Targin I got from somewhere else. That was just a little other thing, but
Yep.
because I didn't have anything in there to relax, I got my sister to sneak some durries in, and I was having a dart out the back, and the security guard come out and caught me. You know, ripped into me, gave me a $200 fine, and I fucking lost it. You know, like just saying, like, I fucking need something in here. I can't relax. Like, I'm losing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, the nurse come up to me and said, Corey, it's all right. Come in with me. We'll give you a couple of Valium and you can relax. And I've gone, are you fucking kidding me? I just tried to kill myself on Xanax and Valium, and you want to fucking give me more?
Yeah.
And that sort of just hit something for me. I'm like, this is not right. Like, them feeding us all of this, this shit that's just masking us from a symptom from which we need to heal from naturally and go through naturally. You need to tough it the fuck out. I didn't stop immediately with the Lexapro because it's dangerous to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
I started weaning myself off, like full intentionally weaning myself off the antidepressants on my own. They didn't like me doing that. They thought I was a delusional piece of shit.
Yep.
The shit that I was talking about, but the shit that I was talking about in there has come to is truth now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, all of the stuff that you don't see on mainstream media.
That's right. Like you just said, how the nurse or whatever had said, you know, come back in and I'll give you a couple of Valium. It's like fucking telling a kid, here's a lolly, shut up.
Yes,
isn't
100%,
it? You know?
bro.
Like,
100%.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fucking
And,
bullshit, bro. Like,
it's like, just, don't make it easy on me. Make me go through it hard because that's what I need. No matter how much I'm kicking and screaming, put me in a fucking padded room. I don't,
Yeah,
put
and
me
it's
in a padded
temporary.
room.
You know, it's not like you're going to be like it forever. It's
That's
temporary.
right.
Like you find you eventually get over that first period. You know, it's same with drugs. Like any drug, it's like
You need to sit. What I understand now is you need to sit with your feelings to get over them. You know, if you can't get over it, you must go through it.
yeah,
You must.
yeah, 100%. Yeah. All right, just rewind it back a little bit there. You mentioned about starting a multi-million-dollar business, construction business. Now that's something I didn't know about you, bros. Can you give us a bit of a spill on that?
Yeah. So I'm real bad with my memory and time and that, but at some point I created a company called Meerkat Mob Constructions. I was working on the light rail, the second stage for Leighton. They were Leighton's at the time, I believe.
Yep.
Leighton's they built CPB or changed the name to CPB.
Okay. Yep.
They're the dogs. And I seen an opportunity. I was doing all the defects there.
Yep.
And I seen this opportunity where because I was in charge of all the defects, I knew where everything was, like the only one, like all over it type of thing. I thought if I buy a truck and the tools and get the blokes, which I could get, I could get it all, I could like give them an ultimatum, like, can you like give them the ultimatum, you can have me and my boys to finish off all these defects, or I'm going to take myself and the truck and find some other work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they went for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I got my foot in the door with a pretty large contractor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yep.
And that's where it all started. I started on the light rail doing the defects. Then I went to the Brizzy Airport upgrade,
Yep.
the Wynnum Road upgrade. Ended up going down to Grafton and done the Clarence River Bridge upgrade.
Yeah, righto.
And highway upgrade at Tymedale. At that point, I had about 50 blokes working for me.
Yeah, wow, bro.
Yeah, all on day works rates,
Yep.
and a couple of other jobs were contract. Then I ended up coming back to do that Cross River Rail, and things just went
Yeah, right.
real quick, man.
Yep.
And it hurt. Like, it hurt losing everything. Like, I had all the toys,
Yep.
heavily on the drugs. So I built this.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
You was on the drugs through this
Yeah.
point, hey? Yeah.
I built the company on drugs, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
how I did it. Like, I was
Yeah, wow.
just fucking feeding myself coke to stay awake, to do things and that.
Yeah, I still know so many people that are like that. You know,
Yeah.
that are very wealthy, but
Yep.
fucked on the coke, man. The
Yeah.
coke of all things, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
But yeah, like, it was upsetting to lose all my toys, the money, the drugs. Like, I looked at women like an object.
Yep.
It was pretty disgusting, you know
Yep,
what I mean?
yep,
Like,
yep.
just a very materialistic, like, attached to those materials. And then I lost everything, and yeah, it hurt. I tried to kill myself. But I came to the realization, like, I wasn't fucking happy. I was snorting coke every day to numb myself from all these demons, because I was acting like a piece of shit. I was planting the worst seeds.
Yeah.
Making the
Cocky
worst
attitude
choices.
and stuff about you, like, or
Oh man, I always had this good character about me.
yeah.
I
Yep.
did have a good character. I always treated people with respect.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep.
But ego, 100%.
Yep,
You know
yep.
what I mean? Like,
Yep.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that ego needed to be dissolved.
Yep.
And it did. It made me realize, you know, that all that material stuff, it wasn't important. I needed to go within to do this work.
Yep.
It wasn't going to happen, you know, from external sources and shit.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And yeah, that was a fucking big wake up call in itself. And then that led to fucking ayahuasca, and
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Take me down that path.
You want to hear about that?
I
don't
do,
you?
brother. Take me deep into that path, because it's something that I have yet to do.
Yep.
But I'm so fucking interested in.
Mm.
So
The last experience was just last weekend.
yeah. Yep.
Weekend that just passed. But
I want to hear the first experience.
I'll give you the first experience, because the last experience was definitely the best, but the first experience changed my life forever.
Yeah,
you know what
okay.
I mean? And it was so fucking simple. Going into this ceremony,
Can you just like, for people? I know a little bit about it, but just for people that maybe don't know what the fuck we're talking about, just start from scratch. Where you go, how it happens. Yeah, if you don't mind.
No worries. So ayahuasca is a psychoactive psychedelic that they extract. It's a plant medicine, comes
Yep.
from plant. At the end of the day, just to keep it simple.
Yep.
You go out and do this plant medicine. Like, this plant medicine opens you up to, I guess, the spirit world. It taps into something higher, something greater. You know, something real intelligent, man. It's fucking crazy. And you do this work with a shaman, and a shaman is, I guess, to explain it, a very gifted individual, a very gifted being that can open and close ceremonies properly and handle the energies of the spirits that you welcome into your world when you ingest this plant medicine. So when you ingest this plant medicine, you are ingesting the spirit of the plant.
Yeah,
You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep.
Like smoking marijuana, you're smoking the spirit of the
Yeah.
plant. Drinking water, you're drinking the spirit of water.
Yeah.
Food, same shit.
Yeah, I understand that part. Yep.
What else would you want to know about it in terms of, like,
Well, that's pretty much like, in a
Yeah.
nutshell what it is. And
Yeah.
and then sort of what happens, like when you go into these ceremonies, like exactly sort of, how's that all sort of work?
so the ceremonies that I do, like, we head down on a Friday afternoon, and then, like, we do the drink the Friday and the Saturday
So
night.
it's a drink then? You drink it,
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a drink, and it's fucking putrid, man. Like, even just the taste of it, like, this, it makes you sick. Like, not everyone gets sick. Some people spew, some people shit themselves.
Yep.
Like, you call it purging,
Yeah.
and you can purge in many ways: spew, shit yourself, sweat,
Yep.
cry,
Yep.
like whatever you let go of. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And anyway, after drinking, like, the shaman does like a ritual to set things up, to get the room energized and cleanses the room of all the dark spirits and dark energies.
Yep.
About an hour after you drink the ayahuasca, you start just going into the world, but you've got to, the spirit world, but you've got to be able to let go and surrender to it.
Yep.
For it to work.
Take its full effect sort of thing.
To take its full effects, yeah. And for my experience the first time, like there's so many things that you go through, but one of the experiences I had, I was just sitting there and everything, you know, it was just a mad light show, all these neon lights, you know, coming at me. But anyway, this old ancient Indian woman, just the head of her, floated down to my face, and she said, "I'm going to heal you from the inside, and I'm going to breathe into you. We're going to breathe into each other, and I'm going to heal you from the inside." Anyway, she started to like put her mouth on my mouth, and we were just going.
Right.
She said, "The reason you are going through all of your dramas in this life is because you cannot forgive yourself. Until you forgive your younger self, everything that you've done, every thought you've had, every thought you've turned to action, all of the outcomes, all of the karma, you can't move forward. You can't truly be present in life. This is the only way for you to be truly present and for you to heal or transform."
Yep.
And like at the end of the day, they're just fucking words, but the way that she it was reinforced into my whole being. I was just like, it, you know, they call it a light bulb moment, an aha moment.
Yeah. Yep.
I was just fucking in tears. I was like,
I gotcha.
I've got it.
Yep.
Like, I've really got it. Like, people think you got to go take a pill, like a magic pill, like what do they call it, a silver fucking bullet or whatever.
Yep.
Nah, man.
Yep.
Nah.
Wow, bro.
These, like...
Hey, the old goosebumps are back.
It's the goosebumps, you know, they come when it's tapped in and it's real information. When it's real, you get goosebumps when it's real information. My legs are covered. Because it is the way, man. Like, people like take forgiveness as very churchy. Like, they hold it. They find the word very heavy. You know, they struggle to forgive themselves, or they struggle to forgive others.
Yeah.
But it is, like, let's call it making peace.
Yeah.
You don't, like, for other people, for example, if you've got dramas with someone else and you hold on to resentment, hate, anger within yourself, that's what you're going to experience on the outside.
Yeah.
You got to forgive them, and it doesn't mean you need to go up to them physically.
Yeah. It's just you've got to from the inside. Yeah. It's all about you, not about them. Yeah.
100%.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when you forgive yourself, you forgive everyone else as well, because, like, that's what I believe in. Like, me looking at you right now, I believe that I am you and you are me. We are one, like, interconnected, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We come from the same place, the same source.
Yep.
You're just another version of me, man, and I like this version of me very much, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, nice, bro. Cool. Yeah, unreal. Now, that's another thing too. You said, like, with the ayahuasca, how you... like how you started seeing these things. I know for, like, with DMT, when I've done DMT before, you know, I've only ever had it through a bong. Have it, and you instantly sort of, you blow it out, and you go back and you lay, and you just got your eyes closed, you know. But up here, that's not happening. You are somewhere else.
Yeah.
So with ayahuasca, what's the go there?
So from what I understand, like, I'm no scientist, and this is a thing at the end of the day, like, you've got to truly experience it for yourself. Like, I'm not going to go into a lab and, you know, this is just information that I've heard.
Yep.
So ayahuasca's got DMT in it.
Yep.
And it's also got another component in it from the vine of that same tree, I believe.
Okay.
I can't remember the name, but when you smoke DMT, I think it's about a 15-minute experience.
Yep. Yeah, 10 to 15, yeah.
Ayahuasca's it can be anywhere from like 6 to 8, you know what I mean? Depending on how
minutes.
Many hours.
Yeah, wow. Fuck, bro, wow, yeah. Holy shit.
You know, I usually have 2 to 3 cups of it. The last one I had only 2. It was fucking strong.
Yep.
But so from what I gather, the vine of the tree keeps the gateway in your brain open.
Okay.
Is the thing that keeps it open for longer.
Yep.
So the DMT, you can
right,
keep experiencing it. And you can communicate with it, is something I probably should have said before too. And I've only just found this out on the last probably 2 sittings. mother ayahuasca, they call it. They call it the mother.
Yep.
When I am sitting in it and starting to feel the effects, like I welcome her into my world. I say, Mother Ayahuasca, I welcome you into my world.
Yep.
And then I can ask her things like, what do I go about this? What do I need to know about this?
Yeah,
what do I need to know about that? Like, what can I do about this? Like, for example, I'll tell you a little experience of the last one. So for the last 2 experiences, I have, when I close my eyes, is a different experience to when my eyes are open. When I close my eyes, I always see this little girl hiding behind a wall, like in a corner, like in the dark, because my eyes are closed, just behind this wall, peeking around at me. And I know that she wants to communicate. I know that she's upset and scared and lonely and wants to talk.
Yep.
And like she just feels so fucking lost. That's the feeling I get. Like that's the thing with ayahuasca as well. Like that, you don't just see things with your eyes, you feel it. You know what I mean? It comes through as thoughts, like downloads. And I could never get her to come to me. Like I'd be like, come here, let's talk. But nothing ever. Anyway, the last ceremony that I did, I said to Mother Ayahuasca, I said, what the fuck is the go with this little girl? I need to know. I can't leave this retreat and not know again.
Yep.
I closed my eyes and seen the little girl again, the same, in the dark, scared, lost, lonely, wants to talk. And Mother Ayahuasca said to me, the reason you're not being able to communicate with her is because you're looking at her as something separate to you.
Yeah, okay.
And that hit me. I'm like, that's right. Like everything is one at the end of the day. She is me.
Yep.
She is a part of me.
Yep.
And as soon as I had that realization, the little girl, fuck man, I'm fucking, fuck me, dead. Have a go at it. Look at that shit.
Wicked.
How long are my arm hairs? She jumped into my arms with the biggest smile. And, just give me the biggest hug. And she said, you fucking dickhead. Like, it took you so fucking long to realize this. Yeah. And she told me, with me back home, this is the feminine side of me, you know what I mean? We've got masculine and feminine inside of us all.
Yeah, yeah.
With her back home, she said, now that we're together, I'm the thing that's going to cause the most damage in this world in a positive way. That soft, gentle, loving kindness is going to cause the most damage, because at the end of the day, bro, like love is the thing that suffocates the darkness.
Yep.
If you negativity against negativity, darkness against darkness only creates more of that thing.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
So when you use love,
it's a battle.
Yeah, it's a battle, man. Yep. And when you use love, I heard this quote once. It was, there's nothing wrong with being soft at all.
Yeah.
Water's soft, and at the end of the day, water is the thing that will put out the most intense and raging fire and smooth out the edges of the hardest rock, a hardened rock, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yep.
And it's true, man. And water's love. Love's water. Truth is love. Love is truth.
Yep, yep.
It's all of those. Now that she's back home, man, I've been told I need to express her more, and I'm expressing her right now on this podcast, letting your community know, and my community's got to know, and whatever other community's got to know, and I think it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, it's mate, trust me, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are going to be thinking and listen to these fuckwits, 100%. There's always that share of people, but I'm telling you now, I've got a whole bunch of people that follow me that love this sort of stuff, and as you would,
100%.
But yeah, I find it so intriguing, bro. Hence why I've got you on the podcast. I really wanted to dive deep into these fucking weird conversations. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I come across you on one of the worst days of my life, I reckon. I was fucking absolutely cooked, homeless, and all the bullshit. And then I was literally that far away from leaving this planet, and then leaving this realm, or whatever you want to call it, and then come across one of your videos, and it was like, wow, what the fuck just happened? Like, I'm back, it was...
Didn't even know that about you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, man. That's the God's honest truth too, I'm saying it, in front of thousands of people right now. Like, it's the 100% truth, man. Like, it's, unbelievable.
See, that's the thing too, like when we live in those hells, and you've got this roadmap too. Like you've got, and we've all got different roadmaps out of hell.
Yeah,
The addiction, the darkness, the mental struggles, the emotional struggles, the physical struggles, the spiritual struggles, all of it. When we're living in those hells and we pick ourselves up and find our way out of those hells, we're then left with a roadmap,
yep,
directions out of that hell. And we can choose to hold that map and keep that map, or we can choose to share that map with others, share that light with others. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
We're both here right now. Like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it makes perfect sense saying it like that. Yeah, definitely.
And what could be more beautiful than that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the purpose of life, I've always thought, like, what is my purpose? You know what I mean? And it's just to be a good cunt.
Yeah. It's only been the last few years I've sort of come to that turning point myself, I was violent. I was very violent and loved fighting and, was tied up with motorcycle clubs and shit, and I look back at that now and I'm disgusted in it, and I like to say I don't regret my past because I wouldn't be the person I am today without it, but that's a part of my past that I do, the violent side, pub fights and fucking, I thought I was this and that, like fucking look at me, I'll fucking rip your head off, that sort of cunt, but yeah, anyway, yeah, so wow, bro, I definitely want to do this ayahuasca sometime.
Well, this is the thing.
I know
too.
my dad will watch this and he'll hate fucking he'll hate hearing that, but oh boy.
Hey, Dad. No, I would never steer anyone in a wrong direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, like drugs is everything. I look at everything as drug. Even a person can be drugs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If we do any one thing too much, it can become toxic for us. It is about balance. And look, it's okay to have to do drugs and stuff but you gotta fucking keep it in check. I don't think the intention to fucking get fucked up and destroy yourself is the go. Like if you addicted, you know what I mean? Like when it's in control of you, that's when you're addicted.
Yeah, that's right.
If you got to have it and you can't not have it, that's when it's going to become a problem. You know what I mean? Like, doing the ayahuasca, I do ayahuasca once a year. Does that make me a drug addict?
Yeah,
No,
that's right.
It doesn't. You know what I mean? Because the intention behind it is to go within myself and transform.
Yeah.
So what helps me, then what helps me helps others.
Yeah, and it's legal. Hey, is it legal?
No.
No, okay. So these retreats are illegal, are they?
Well, yeah, they're illegal. The shaman, he told us a story that he got pinched a little while back.
Okay.
Yeah, for carrying DMT, but
yeah, I knew DMT was it's just become illegal too. It wasn't a while back. It was legal still. When I first ever tried it, it was legal. Yeah, but
I think that they should start arresting every single person in the world then, because we got DMT in us.
That's right, bro. Yeah,
all every animal, like it's everywhere.
Yeah, every bit of life, every piece of grass. Like, hey, it's like,
it's wild, man. Like and it allows you. It does the best. If I could say one thing about it, it dissolves all of the ideas, concepts, beliefs that society has wanted us to carry.
Yeah.
And that's put
That's
inside
so true.
of our heads.
Yeah. Yep.
And when those things are dissolved, then you start thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
Then you become powerful.
Yeah.
The system doesn't want us to be powerful, because when we are all fucked up, we're easily controlled and easily manipulated. You know what I mean?
Yep,
and when we're easily
right.
controlled and easily manipulated, we can be easily divided. And that's one thing I don't understand about the motorcycle clubs. I joined a motorcycle club for this one reason, and that was to join all the clubs together to go against the system.
Yeah.
The system wants everyone divided, and these bikies are falling for their same fucking trick.
Yeah, that's right.
They're dividing themselves, and that makes them weaker. Not saying they're weak. I'm
Physically,
saying divided, you are weaker.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're they're the 1%ers. They fucking hate the system, right?
Yeah.
Then why not fucking bury some shit?
Yeah.
And join up. Do things in the right way. Don't cause a fucking scene. Like, look after like the people.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's like a barrier The police are the barrier protecting the government, you know, and we can't fucking cross that.
Yep.
This conversation's gone a little bit on
Yeah.
another path, but that's how it's supposed to go.
That's how podcasts work, bro, you know. Like completely no rules. That's what I loved
Yeah.
about starting a podcast, you know. There's absolutely no rules to it, you know. But yeah, all right. I suppose we'll get on to after sort of you came to that realization, you come off the drugs. Where did life and how did life start to blossom from there? You know?
Definitely meeting Kelsey.
Okay,
And
that's your partner.
That's my partner. Yeah.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
at home watching a chick flick right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Meeting Kelsey and the boys. See, I always wanted kids,
Yep.
and I don't know if it's from the drug, like the savage, violent drug use, or not, or I was born this way. But I've never been able to get a chick pregnant.
Okay. Yeah.
I went to the doctor, and they're like, "Nah, he's pretty well fucked.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything works, but
Yeah.
it's the sperms."
Yeah, and it's pretty common, bro. You know, you're not alone there. It's definitely. But I mean, I don't know your full depth into your history and stuff, but I know the drugs are a big part of it. Like, you know, yeah, definitely they can kill a lot of it off. You know.
Oh, 100%. But once I always wanted kids. Once I started cleaning myself up, the universe could see that, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big believer that the universe is conspiring for all of us.
Yeah, same.
And like I said this to my partner today, I had this give her this little like example. If there's like an ungrateful little kid, like a little shit that just fucking wants everything,
Yeah.
is ungrateful in life and shit. He has like a lot of stuff, but is ungrateful. As a parent, are you going to give that kid things that he wants, or want to give that kid things that he wants? Not a fucking chance. I wouldn't want to give a spoiled little brat
Yeah.
a thing.
Yep.
And the universe works in the same way. I was ruining myself, ruining my life, other people's lives. I was ungrateful for life. I hated life. I hated the journey. I didn't want to be here anymore. But I wanted things. I wanted life to be different, as if the fucking universe is going to be like, yeah, no worries, mate.
Yeah, here's 3 kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's 3 kids. Here's these opportunities that you want. It's not gonna conspire for me if I'm ungrateful and treating life like a fucking joke, like I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I started cleaning myself up, boom, met Kelsey, 3 boys, instant family, hard as fuck,
Yeah. Yeah.
but beautiful, man. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. She is like the love of my life. I would do anything for her.
Yep.
And
That's beautiful, brother.
And
Yep.
those boys, like, honestly, like we did like a thing for ourselves, like a marriage ourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
After everything that I've been through with the system, I wasn't going to let the government like third wheel on our relationship. I'm not getting a bit of paper signed and letting them fucking in on our relationship. It's me and Kelsey. We do it within ourselves.
That's right, brother.
No?
Yep. Yep.
We are, and I love that she's like that. She still wants my last name.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'm like, you don't even need it on a license. She wants it on a license just to see it. I'm like,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
even need that. You know what I mean? Everything's an inside job.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
As far away as I can get from the system.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? But Kels and the boys, my boys, I call them my boys. You know what I mean? And the dad, he's fucking unreal too. We get along well. Like, there's no.
That's
badness
awesome. I was
there.
going to ask that. It's probably a bit personal, but I was going to ask that whether you
Yeah.
answered it or not, because I know that can be a bit of a tough job there in itself. You know, like
It definitely was at the start.
Yep.
I think he flew the copper chopper.
Okay.
So he had mates in there. I'm not too sure if he'd done a bit of digging into me. I probably would have.
Yeah.
If I was him. You
Of
want
course,
to
yeah.
know. You got 3 boys. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
You wanna
brother,
know that
yeah.
they're safe.
Fucking oath. Yeah.
He
I'll be
did
lying if I say I hadn't done it. You know.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, brother. Yeah.
But yeah, he he was definitely sus on the, people judge me by my surface appearance, and
Yeah.
it's not until I open my mouth, people are like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're all-
Or
we're
watch
all
your
good.
content, bro.
Watch me
you know?
content,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So after it all, I just said, how about we catch up for a beer? We'll have a chat. You can ask me whatever you want. I know about my past, if I'm still doing shit.
Yep.
He can see me in front of him, see the way that I talk, the way that I walk. He can look me in the eyes and see
Yep.
if there's any fucking shit going on there.
Yep.
And we did. We sat down and have a conversation, and then things just moved forward from there. And at the end of the day, like, my words or anyone's words can deceive.
Yep.
start paying attention to people's actions more.
100%.
That's what locks it in. You know what I mean? And you know, the boys are going to go back and tell him if I'm a fuckwit.
Of course, yeah.
Especially Hunter. He's 10 years old. He's old enough to fucking speak his mind.
Yep.
And yeah, so all going good still. You know what I mean?
Awesome, man. That's wicked. And the way, you know, like you're sitting here right now as if there's a crowd of 20,000 people right there, you know, and you're saying that, man. So that obviously means something, you know.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Like, family's really important. Like I find it hard with the balance of the phone and that.
Yep.
But I've allocated more time, especially after the last ayahuasca experience.
Yep.
I had a vision of seeing myself through the eyes of my boys and how I would come home and, like, you know, do a bit of work on the house. I only get to see them for 2.5 hours a night.
Yeah.
How I just wasn't completely 100% present. I wasn't, you know, feeding their souls with my attention, my awareness.
Yep.
And seeing that has made me want to make changes. So I'm staying up later to work on that book that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And I'm waking up earlier to, you know, get back to people on Instagram, you know, that need help.
Yep.
Just trying to engage and keep that going, because I want to move out of this fucking construction world and get into this space.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Now, a couple of questions. You just mentioned getting back to people to help them. Now, do you cop a lot of that? Do you cop a lot of messages from people like that have, you know, gone down the similar road that you went down? And
yeah, man. Like people don't understand. You know, people would understand actually that people that are in this world. You know, I've had people send me videos that are fucking really hurting themselves, that have fucking killed themselves and that.
Wow.
Like, you know, it's fucking hectic.
Yeah.
Don't talk about that sort of stuff because it's really full on, especially with my partner. I'd love to be able to talk to it with her about it. It's just the first time I've really brought it up.
Yep.
You know, there's that I experience and witness. You know, there's other self-harm things. There's the talk about people going to do it and like feeling like I'm on the other side of a fucking screen here.
Yeah,
like, I just want to be able to grab through the screen and fucking pull them close to me and give them a hug and just, you know, boom.
Yeah.
Then there's people that, you know, they want help. You know, just general things in life. You know, some severe, some not so severe, and it gets flooded in there.
How do you cope with it? In all honesty, how does it affect you?
At times, like it can, like obviously all of this energy can take away my energy. So I've got to really ensure that my cup is always as full as it can possibly be, and that's the importance of my morning routine.
Yep.
And then I've got work in a box all day. People are entering my environment. I'm entering their environment. Construction. I'm fucking seeing anger, stress, rush, uncertainty, drug abuse, substance abuse, like all of it. A lot of energy floating around. By the end of the day, like I'm pretty fucking cooked. Yeah. To be honest. So I've had my moments. I hit my limits. I'm not excused from losing it. I just put a video up about that the other day. Like I lost the plot at work. You know, fucking had a bit of a dilemma going on and I let the monster out.
Yep.
And, you know, lucky I didn't hurt anyone. You know, the guy that I had the drama with, he'd probably hurt me anyway. He's a big boy.
Yep.
But I ended up feeding a few, they're called nurse calls, every level down the stairs.
Yep.
Just fucking flogged the fuck out of a couple of those. Kicked the last one. I ended up setting off the evacuation alarm, the whole site evacuation alarm.
Oh, fuck.
I just fly kicked this thing in the sweet spot right where the button was. And, like, I never feel good after something like that, but I don't regret that either because that's just another mistake I've made and another lesson that I can pull out of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just need to be able to, a bit more self-control.
Yeah, and the reason I ask you too, how does it affect you, you know, is because I got clean a few years ago and then I just posted a video one day about addiction, you know, on TikTok and it blew up. And, you know, so I thought, I liked the attention, you know, straight away. Obviously, I'd come from such a shitty fucking life, man, and now I'm getting attention from fucking tens of thousands of people. And so I did another one, you know, and then I started to cop all these messages from people wanting to help. How do I get off this? How do I, you know, I'm like similar to what you would, you know, and I couldn't handle it, bro. I wasn't ready. I wasn't at that stage of my recovery to be able to handle it. That's why I asked you that question, because I can only begin to imagine the messages you would cop just from your content, because it's so raw and so real, you know, like.
Yeah, definitely. It's I've been having breaks here and there too. I know when I need a break.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, we never hit a point where we're like done. You know what I mean? Like, we've hit the end of the road. Like, I don't need any more healing or transformation.
It's a forever
evolution. Thing. Yeah, it's a freaky thing.
A forever thing, I said.
Oh, forever. Yeah. It's we've always got the next thing. You know, like, once we reach the top of one mountain, once we reach the top of that mountain, that's just the beginning and bottom of another one. Just got to keep fucking climbing that thing. Don't give up. Like, I think we spoke earlier about how I thought I was a failure. Like, that was the biggest thing for me, thinking I was a failure. You can't fail in life. Yeah, or you can. The only way that you fail is by not getting back up again.
Yeah.
You can sit down and get knocked down and lay down for as long as you want, but you just got to know that you got to get the fuck back up again.
Yeah.
And you can.
Yeah, it's the same saying as there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
That's
isn't it?
Bro.
You know, like, and it's like, no matter what, like, no matter how bad you are, there's always another happy day in front of you, unless you die. Like, you know, but for all we know, that's a better place there anyway. So, you know, it's
like, the sun always shines behind the clouds. You know what I mean? And when, like, people look at it like a big storm. You know, storm comes in and we experience a storm. That storm may stay. It could be a hectic fucker. It may stay for 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. Fuck, you don't know when it's going to stop. You don't know when it's going to pass, but it always fucking does.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to leave a fucking mess, a lot of destruction. It's fucking chaotic, but it always does pass.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we just go through things for a bit longer than we'd like. But yeah, it always passes. You just gotta sit with it, be patient. It's okay. It's just feelings at the end of the day. You are not your feelings. You are not your thoughts.
Yeah.
Attaching to them is going to cause you a lot of fucking pain. But when you detach from them, like, let go, that's the fucking gem right there, letting go. I'm not religious, but Buddhism has taught me so fucking much. Like, the Four Noble Truths about, like, acknowledging that suffering exists.
Yep.
Attachment and desire is why we suffer. If we want to end that suffering, we must let go. And it's not just physical things. People think just physical things, but invisible things too. The invisible force of thought.
Yep.
We've got to decling from that as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and, the fourth noble truth, there's an eightfold path that you can follow.
Okay.
Well, something that people should do their own research on, I think. It's it's the real deal type stuff. A lot of religions, a lot of cultures have helped me out, actually, like Sufism, Hinduism, Buddhism.
I hear so much about all this Buddhism stuff, you know, and it's something I've never ever sort of grasped onto. Like, but it's very intriguing to me, you know. Like, there's a few social media faces that are following that sort of path, you know, and it's sort of like, wow, look how much it's changed. You know, like,
even like the story of Jesus and that, like,
See, I was never ever came from that sort of family or upbringing, you know, whatsoever. But when I went to jail, man, I was like, it was thrown in my face, and the awakening I had from it was, I still can't fathom it, you know, and I 100%. Like, people talk about God and all this. My God is, I don't even know how to explain it, but I know it's something, and and I know that DMT is connected with whatever it is, you know.
Would you say you are?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. You are your own God, 100%. Yeah, that is sort of the way I see it. Like, whereas, you know, back when I was a child and things, you'd hear God, and I pictured this male figure in the sky, you know, like this human shaped figure, but it's not. It's so much more than that, you know.
And the red devil.
In
flames of hell, like,
with the horns and 100%. That's how I always pictured it, you know. But it's like, now I just see it as, like, you know, when you, for example, getting on drugs, you know, it's like that part of you is like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, but then you've also got that other part saying that, why the hell are you going to do it? You know what it does to you. Yeah. So that's the devil and that's God.
It's a real deal. It's the voice, It's the voices, the thoughts. Call it voices or thoughts in your head. You know, which one are you going to choose? Yeah, and
still to this day, I'm stuck like this in the middle most of the time. You know what I mean? Like,
the middle's not bad, man.
Yeah,
the middle is okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think it is the way, because Like, we wouldn't, light and darkness must coexist, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Unhappiness and happiness must coexist because we need to have something to compare it to.
Yeah.
You know, without unhappiness, we would never know what the fuck happiness feels like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we wouldn't know what darkness is without the light.
That's right. Yeah. 100%.
It needs to be a thing. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, darkness has been my greatest teacher. It's no enemy. It's no enemy to me. It's an ally.
Yeah.
You know, it's what drives evolution. The darkness.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, the real shit. It makes you tougher. Like if life's easy all the time, an easy life will create a weak man or a weak woman.
Yep.
You need to go through the struggles and the challenges to toughen you up a bit.
Yeah.
You know, it hurts.
Definitely. Yeah.
It hurts, but without it.
Yeah. And I swear, you know, like every single tough thing you go through, it makes you stronger for that next tough thing.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you went through this last tough thing the first time, it would fuck you.
That's exactly right.
Do you know what I mean?
Like 100%. You are. That is fucking spot on.
Yeah. Like that's sort of how I see it anyway, you know? Like, so you get stronger every time, but the obstacles get tougher.
Yeah. Like
So,
imagine
yeah.
going through your journey, not experiencing loss, you know what I mean? Like, I think my first loss was a fucking pet, a dog.
Yep.
And then I lost my auntie, Jackie, when I was 5. That was fucking heavy.
Yep.
That's been a big part of my journey. She committed suicide, so the coppers said, but my family swears to this day that her boyfriend
Oh, wow.
took her out.
Yep.
Swear, and my parents ain't no lies, they're no
Yep.
dumb shits, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, they know what's up. Yep.
Yeah, the coppers just didn't pursue it. I fully forget where I was going with that one then. Lost
Yeah.
my train of thought, but
On those lines though, brother, I only just lost. I was 10 years old when I lost my uncle. That was the last sort of close person in my life that I'd ever lost. About 3-4 weeks ago now, I got a phone call from my little brother. He's still in Tassie, and his housemate he's lived with for the last 15 years. Absolute brother of mine, you know, like closest thing to my real brother, you know. Jumped off the Tasman. People from Tassie will know what I'm talking about. The Tasman Bridge. It's the bridge that goes across the Derwent River, and it's known for. They say there's 10 to 15 people that commit suicide a week off it. So
I'm so sorry, brother.
yeah, so that only happened a few weeks ago, brother, and I don't even know how to put it, man. I didn't know how. It took me days to even feel sad. You know, I eventually felt sad. I eventually fucking cried my eyes out. You know, but I I went down to the funeral, down to Tassie, and at the funeral, and carried his coffin, and said a big speech at his funeral and stuff, and sat with him for about 20 minutes too, like just me and him with him in the coffin, and that was pretty fucked up.
Yep.
I kind of wish I didn't in a way, but I'm sort of glad I did because I was the only one out of all us boys that did it. First time I've really sat next to a dead body.
Yep.
It was something else, man. And one of his eyes were open a little bit, and it was like I
Yeah.
could see his pupil and everything. It was like, yeah. But it's I witnessed it sort of for the first time just recently. So yeah.
Well, he's that energy can't be destroyed at the end of the day. That his consciousness has detached from his physical body. Like the physical body is just the vessel. It's the car that we drive around.
Yep.
We've got to look after it, but at the end of the day, it's just our car. So he is right back home. He's fucking everywhere. He's within you. He's within me. He's within all. And what I say to people when they experience loss is, your brother is he's going to be now conspiring for you from a place where he can place things in your path for you to have. So make sure you remain present so you can notice those things when they pop up because
and I have actually been, because I'm still very unsure about it all. Nothing has physically shown itself in front of me for me to actually be like, yeah, this is fucking real. But I'm definitely conscious about it all. So I've literally, like I said, it's the first close person to me that I've lost since I was 10 years old. And 10 years old, I wasn't fully developed. So I wasn't, as you wouldn't have been at 5 years old when your auntie died, you know what I mean? Like
That's
that.
right.
But yeah, now I'm older, I do, man. Like I sat out there on the balcony there for a good hour and a half there the other night, just like looking up at the stars and just thinking, just by myself, you know. And it was just, I was in my own world, and I just felt like he was there. Like, it was so weird, you know. I can't say he was there because I didn't see anything physical or anything like that, but just, I don't know. It was something,
feeling,
bro. It was something.
That feeling is just as important, like that sense, you know.
Yep.
That's how we operate in this world with our five senses. That's how we, do all our exploration and that.
Yeah.
That feeling is just as important as seeing him, if not more, bro. Like, I would fully trust that feeling. That's something deeper and greater, that feeling.
Yeah.
Because you can't explain it, can you?
No, that's what I mean. And I almost feel stupid trying to explain it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
I sort of do.
right.
Like, it's... but I wouldn't have just said it, like, on camera if it didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking... I haven't even spoke to my partner about it, you know? It's like...
It's a real deal, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, and I think the more I lean into it, the more it's going to show itself. You know, so
for sure. Once you start asking those questions, the universe is going to bring some stuff, like it come through as thought or feeling. You see it in the physical reality.
Yep,
comes through in many ways.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Hey.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to. We're starting to sort of head towards the end, brother. But there's a few more things I want to ask now. You mentioned a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so where are we at there, and what's the aim for that? You know?
Well, I'm probably about 3/4 way through it.
Okay, yeah, so you're right into it.
Yeah, 24 chapters. It's called Planting Seeds with Soul.
Okay.
It obviously runs through everything that we've pretty well spoken about. A lot of other experiences that I've been through. My drug addiction. It's got my family's perspective.
Yep.
So that chapter's called From the Ones Who Watch. That's going to be fucking very powerful for other parents going through their child or a loved one, a friend, whatever, going through drug addiction.
Yep.
I've got the blurb here if you want me to read it out.
Yeah, go for it, brother. For sure.
I'm chasing, like I said to you before, publishers, and
yeah,
I will.
Like I said, John Killick, mate. I can put you onto that guy, man. He's an amazing publisher, bro. He's
that'd be unreal, man. Like,
definitely to look into for sure. But read the blurb out, bro.
Alrighty. So, Planting Seeds with Soul by Corey Boat. In Planting Seeds with Soul, Corey Boat opens up a deeply raw, honest, and transformative journey, pulling readers into the depths of addiction, despair, and the relentless climb to redemption. Through vivid storytelling and personal experiences, Corey delves into the darkest moments of his life, planting seeds of truth that grow into a powerful guide for anyone looking to reclaim their own light. This book is not just about survival, it's about thriving, breaking cycles of pain, and awakening to the realization that every thought, every action is a seed that will grow. Corey shares his lessons in mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual healing, giving readers practical tools and deep insights on how to rebuild, nurture relationships, embrace self-discipline, and reconnect with nature and oneself. From life-changing ayahuasca ceremonies to rebuilding relationships and facing the darkness head-on, Corey's journey offers hope and empowerment, showing that true transformation is possible for anyone willing to plant the right seeds. Corey is also the creator of a fast-growing online community with over 160,000 followers on TikTok and 23,000 on Instagram, where he continues to share his story and offer guidance to those struggling with addiction, mental health, and finding purpose. His platform, Soul33, has become a space of healing and support for thousands of people across the world. This book is more than just a memoir. It's a roadmap out of hell. Through my own lived experiences, I've created a guide for those who feel trapped in their darkest moments. Planting Seeds with Soul offers a clear path to healing and transformation, helping readers find their way out of the chaos and into a life of peace and purpose.
Wow, bro. Yeah. Can't wait till it comes out, man.
Yeah, man, me too. I'm really something that I'm setting my awareness on it, and I have discovered something which I'd love for you to know as well.
Yeah,
we're doing it right now. Actually, you're doing what you're growing something right now.
Yep.
So our awareness, which everybody has, is connected straight to the source, to the infinite energy. There's unlimited energy here.
Yep.
When you set your awareness on something, like I set my awareness on this book, that awareness is the thing that feeds that book. You know, setting your awareness on it feeds it, it grows it. So, you know, if I'm procrastinating, you know, watching TV, doing other fucking shit, I'm setting my awareness on other things, feeding those things, and not feeding the things that I truly want to do.
Yep.
Until we truly fucking fully focus and set our awareness on something, you know.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
mate,
not
like this podcast, for example, I'm just doing that right now, you know, like, I 100% understand, like, for sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It is, man.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff, but like
Yeah.
to understand that, it can give you that sort of push to be like, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to set my awareness on it. Like, things aren't just going to come to me. I've got to fucking put in the work.
Yeah, 100%, you
Yeah.
know, and, I'm super stoked that I've had the opportunity to have you on here, man. It's, you know, and just meet you in person, you know, and sort of suss you out in real life, you know what I mean? I've always watched your content and stuff, and always thought, like, you know, I'm one of these guys that I feel and I believe in all this stuff, but I just struggle to voice word things, you know, or make people understand me, you know, whereas you're just somebody that just, you understand everything I'm saying, you know. It's like,
I do, and it's over time, man. We're constantly evolving and transforming. You know what I mean? It's not something that comes overnight. And you talk fucking perfectly, man. Like, I just want to take this moment to acknowledge, like, you and everything that you do on here. You know, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you. I give
thank you,
thanks
brother.
Just for you, man.
Cheers, bro. Appreciate it.
Fucking welcome, man. Like, it's you're a blessing.
Thank you, bro.
And I'm a blessing too. Like, you got to talk good about yourself too.
100%,
Like,
for sure.
Like, we are fucking good people. We're the fucking best, man. You know?
Unreal,
You
brother.
got to fucking talk positive.
For sure, bro. Give us a spill on your socials. Where can people find you?
So you can find us on the Instagram and the TikTok.
Yep.
I haven't really got anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you type in to find you?
Soul33. I think there's maybe a couple little underscores after it. I can't really remember, but Soul33, SOUL 33.
They'll pop up on the screen anyway, bro.
Yeah, that'll pop up on the screen. I think it's a picture of me. You fucking recognise me face, he said.
Yeah, nah, awesome, bro. Look, mate, I just want to, just again say thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out here tonight and doing this podcast, mate. It's been an honour to have you on, and I look forward to catching up with you in the future and doing some ayahuasca, brother.
Mate, I got your back with that one. I refer you to that thing. That's how she works.
100%, bro, for sure. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. I'll give another shout out to the sponsors, Eiffel Drive Club, The Goods Clothing Co., Wolf's Painting, and Inside Out Coaching. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Cheers.